this time?
No.
Can that be the intro theme this time?
No.
Yeah.
Everybody stop talking. And turn your phones off vibrate.
Mine's on vibrate, but it will keep beeping just because it's low battery.
Yours was dead.
It's barely,
dying.
It's barely on.
Alright, I'll go whenever we're quiet for 5 seconds. What up, bitches? Risque Podcast number 10. I got that one for sure. Because I just uploaded podcast number 9 today. Exciting stuff. Who am I joined by today? God fucking damn it! This is your first time on here, and you make a bunch of noise. Who do I have with me?
Hi, I'm Alex, and I don't have a boner.
Okay.
I'm Adam.
Alright.
He does have a boner, probably.
All the time.
I'm Aaron.
He's a
Censored. And special guest today,
I am Matt.
the infamous Matt, the guy we always talk shit about. Hey, on the bright side, if he goes back and watches all my podcasts, I get one monetized view for each time he watches it. So we all win.
By the way, this time we need to remember to actually do the thing at the end where it's like, if you actually read the whole thing, comment with
Oh yeah, we
Weasel
forgot that. Yeah,
or something.
yeah, we
like
forgot that last time.
Bananagrams.
Bananagrams. Did anyone actually do that?
Yeah, my friend did.
Awesome.
Yeah. We got views.
I showed you that at Steak and Shake. Remember? I showed
Oh.
you a text that said bananagrams. Or was that something else? That might have been something else. Never mind.
Maybe just randomly send me bananagrams. It's really not that out of the question.
I sent you a text or a picture with bananagrams too. That was another good time. Bananagrams is like a focus of our friendship.
It's what we do.
Combined with milk, he's also
Yeah.
a focus of our friendship. I introduced
Milk is the superior white. No. What? What?
I don't know what that
Let's just pretend that didn't happen.
Alright, so I think in honor of our new guest, Matt, who is already uninterested in the thing that
He
we're
is
doing.
doing me a favor and charging my phone.
Oh, what a nice guy. So, Matt, do you have anything you want to talk about? Or anything you want to say to the viewers at home?
Hello, everyone, and if they have been talking shit about me, it's all lies.
Alright, there you have it. Straight from the horse's mouth.
We do have 4 people that say otherwise, though.
Yeah. So, 4 against 1. Who are you going to believe, really?
The one guy who's actually telling the truth.
Plus,
Hey, we do have 4 against 1 with the dumpster with Brock too, though. So.
oh god, fuck you. Forgot about that. We're not going to tell that story. So, anyway.
I would just like to say, Brock was in a...
Yeah,
I would just like to say.
no, it's fucking retarded because it didn't happen. Everybody knows it didn't happen, and they keep saying it because they're retarded.
I thought it actually happened at first.
Because you're retarded.
No, everyone kept saying it happened, and I was like, I guess it happened. I wasn't told otherwise.
You can blame that Chinese guy.
Ken.
Mm-hmm.
I have to blame Ken all the time.
Blame the Chinese. They're communists.
Christy's Chinese. I don't know how that works. Alright, so, first topic is for Adam. Look at me in the eyes when I speak to you. So, the question that's been on all of our minds, well, my mind, how did you propose to Kelsey?
I did it on the beach. Well, it's kind of like a dock.
Alright,
Okay.
put me in the situation. Aaron, don't fucking talk. I'm sorry. I love you, but he proposed.
We got back from dinner. It was.
What'd you guys eat?
We went to this. What was it? The rooftop?
It's the rooftop.
So, was it just you two, or was it the entire family?
No, it was the entire family, but we all came back and we got back to our condo and we walked down the dock. It was nighttime. It was a little cloudy, but the wind was kind of breeze, whatever, and we walked out and got down on one knee and asked her to marry me, basically. I'm not going to go into details, but yeah, that's
No.
I wanted the details.
No, that's a point of telling. Hold on. That's a point of
I know
telling.
the details.
Don't tell the details. I want him to say.
What do you want me to say? I got down on one knee and asked her to marry me. She cried. She said yes. Finger on her.
You didn't
And
do
on her
anything
finger.
romantic besides that? You didn't, like...
Well, I mean, it wasn't just like, marry me, but
Then tell us.
you want this on your finger?
Is that really what you said? Because that would be awesome.
No.
That would be like the least
There's a
romantic
condom
thing
on the
possible.
inside.
Someone did give me a good idea that I could have done though if we would have been at a beach. Like I could have built a little sand castle
Mhm.
and hid a little treasure chest, and she could have opened it.
Let's hope it doesn't turn high tide.
That's true. That guy's over there.
It could be instead of what's the?
You left out what you proposed to me from.
It'd be funny if instead of a ring, it was.
Yeah, there's a dock, like there's a ships next to us.
Yeah.
One of them was called Mango Man.
He proposed in front of a mango man.
That's the best idea ever.
There was a boat called Mango Man.
There's
So at
there's
the
a lot
wedding,
of
they're
worse
just gonna
boats it
serve
could have been.
mangoes
Yeah.
everywhere.
It was
Like recently divorced.
It was a yacht.
My cunt ex-wife.
It was a yacht. Thank you.
It could still be my cunt ex-husband.
the only way it could have been better is if it were Jenny or Jenny number 2. Anybody know? Forrest
I
Gump.
know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I didn't think it was
you're
that
cute.
funny.
Maybe.
Well, fuck you.
Maybe
Okay.
Jessica.
What?
I meant yours, Brock.
Oh, there's no mine.
It's okay,
Oh,
bro.
your
I know we all
sweat's
get
all over
self-conscious behind dumpsters.
I'm about to end this podcast right now.
Okay, we're gonna stop there with that. Why do you keep slapping
You
me?
keep bringing up that.
I brought it up.
Okay, I should slap you later.
So anyway, for those that don't know, they were on a trip. It was
2 weeks
Aaron-
down to the Florida Keys.
Aaron, Adam, and then their parents and their sister, and then Kelsey went along.
And not their dogs.
Not their dogs.
No.
And very important.
Dang.
Their dogs are probably more important than them to their parents.
It's all
There's
right.
like a
We're
thunderstorm.
rolling up there
The,
like,
the
oh,
first
they-
ones they're looking for.
Fucking dogs.
That's pretty funny.
Those
All right.
dogs are retarded.
Does anybody
babies.
have a secondary topic?
I know that Aaron's making noise with his keys, turning into Adam.
Yeah.
See? It was not me to start off this time.
Hey, from now on, if you make noise in the podcast, you lose 1 HP.
Thank God I don't have a character yet.
You do too.
You're dead before the game even starts.
Man,
Yeah.
by the end of this podcast,
Actually-
I will be.
I found a really good way to incorporate you. I think you guys will like it.
You are the zombie that I punched in the face.
Yeah.
Alright, good.
Does anybody have a secondary topic?
I got a subject.
Okay.
Alright, so it's kind of, I have to like explain it a bit so it can be set up well.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna say we have boyfriend and girlfriend. So there's a guy and a girl, they're dating. They're like boyfriend, girlfriend, and they're in like semi-serious relationship. How about that? Like they're not like about to get engaged, but they are in like a long-term relationship.
Okay.
And then you have guy.
Third guy? Different guy?
Yeah.
Second guy, I guess.
Okay. So you have guy, girlfriend, boyfriend. Guy meets girlfriend somewhere, and girlfriend tells guy that she has a boyfriend. But then girlfriend and guy continue on to do various adultery things.
Adultery is in.
I would just like
Sex?
to say this
Yeah.
is very much a situation that recently happened to me.
That is
I actually really didn't mean for it like to be like that at all.
kind of
but-
strikes close to home.
But
Me and him actually talked about this earlier.
You two did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
well, no, because I told him it was my podcast idea, and then he brought that up.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
You're talking about with the...
So then guy knows the girlfriend has a boyfriend, but they go on and they do stuff anyway.
Mhm.
Is the guy not like girl? What the girl did does not matter, or what the girl's moral standpoint doesn't matter in this. For the guy, is it morally okay, like neutral, neither like really good nor bad, or is it just morally bad?
Okay, so where does it fall on the moral spectrum?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say 90% of the blame is on the girl and the guy.
But he does hold some sort of blame.
Yeah, a little
See,
bit.
it's not about the girl though, but what was the moral
I don't
standpoint
care.
of
I
it?
don't
It
care
is-
what about the girl.
Honestly, the girl's in fault no matter what. Am I
Yeah,
right?
the girl's 100%
Okay.
at fault no matter what. So
Oh, yeah.
They're both 100%.
Yeah, but I mean, is it morally wrong for the guy?
but
Is it good,
Yeah.
okay, or
Is it-
neutral?
Is it
we don't want to ship blame
like
around.
should you do it knowing that they have a girlfriend? Probably not. But I mean, it's if you go for it, and they all agree with it, then it's not your fault. It's their fault. You have no blame on your part.
Okay.
Do you think it's like okay or neutral?
No, I don't think it's okay. But if people do it, it's not the guy's fault.
What do you think, Eric?
Let's go with neutral.
Matt?
I agree with neutral as well. If she says, "Hey, I have a boyfriend," and then it ends up that the person keeps doing whatever in spite of the fact knowing that she has a boyfriend, then yeah, it's more on her than it is on him.
I go with neutral too, but there's actually an argument for good there because it's kind of like a lot of people have this idea that whenever you're like dating someone in a long-term relationship, you like own them. Like a lot of guys act like that, like, oh, she cheated on me, but you're mine. And it's kind of like there's like conflicting ideas there, where it's like, well, if she's not happiest with you, then she's gonna go out and find other things.
Okay.
So the argument for it being good morally would be that she just wasn't happy with the guy, so she's just like going out and finding someone else and will hopefully end it with the other person.
I think that if you're gonna do that though, okay, so from the chick
Not
standpoint,
it's not good on the chick standpoint. She's still bad.
No, I know the chick's
But for the
bad.
guy-
I'm just saying for the guy, it doesn't matter. He's not at fault. It's the chick's fault. I'm saying though, this is a little off topic, but if you're gonna do that shit as a chick, just end the shit with the guy you're with, and don't be like, but I want to be with them, but I want to try out other shit too. Just end it, okay? If you're already going out looking for something else, it's already not gonna work.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna say that the guy's in the wrong, not neutral.
Not true.
No, because honestly, if you find that the person is in a relationship, the path that I see that you should take if you really want to pursue them is that you drop subtle hints that you want to be with them, but you shouldn't go all out and be, I guess, adulterous with them. Because that's dropping your own standards as well.
What if they're being adulterous with you, though? What if they're
And you're
pushing
not
the
wanting to
envelope?
be, and they're coming on to you. That's what I was
Well,
getting at.
maybe not like you don't want to be, but you're not fighting it. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it'd be like,
That
What's the
you're
difference between being the cheater and being the cheater's cheat?
yeah, it's you're dropping your own standards. I think to say like, oh, this person's hitting on me, so it doesn't matter. They're hitting on me. That's the only thing I can see right now. That's all that matters. I don't understand how you can say that. Because you should have your own values where you wouldn't cheat on somebody, so don't.
well, yeah, okay, I agree, because I've talked to you about that. I had the opportunity to do that, and I chose not to.
Right.
So,
I mean,
I don't know what I'm thinking.
in either case, whether you're cheating on somebody or you're helping somebody cheat, you're in the process of cheating, and if you don't have something against that, then you don't have something against that. But you can't say that, you're okay. You're not okay with cheating on somebody or somebody cheating on you, but you're okay with being the person that helps it.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking of, like, girl who likes the guy who she's not with, and she's already got a boyfriend, they're hanging out, and say, out of nowhere, she just kisses the guy, and he's like, whoa.
That's a different situation.
That's the situation I was thinking of.
Okay. Well, if
Because if
it's
that
something
would happen
that
to
you
me, I would still feel guilty about that, and I'd be like,
and yeah, I could see that but I mean, honestly, like that's something you couldn't control. You can control this. This is like taking no action, where you're like, oh, she's making moves on me. I guess I'm just gonna
Or
let
you're
it
making
happen.
moves on her.
Yeah.
Both situations are applicable.
But if she just like kisses you out of nowhere, I mean, and you didn't see it coming, that's different. That's something, unless you were like paranoid and avoiding girls.
Does anyone else want to update their opinion after hearing Brock's argument? No? You're still neutral?
I still stand by neutral just because.
I feel like the guy should have, okay, because I mean, like it just said, I've been in that situation before with my ex and another girl. So yeah, I guess there's some self-control that's needed by the guy.
But for a person, it's easier to know that they are the person that's cheating with the other person instead of stopping and thinking this girl's cheating on me with someone else.
And would be you're still neutral, and why?
It's just okay. Even though it doesn't really matter about the whole, like you said, it didn't really matter about the whole like woman's standpoint. But like the only reason why I say neutral is because it's both people's fault, guy and girl, no matter what. If it's the girl who instigates it or the guy who instigates it, it has to be the girl that lets it continue.
But they can both be bad.
What I think is the person who is in a relationship with someone, the person who has a relationship and the other person who doesn't, there's more fault on the person who has a relationship because they have something that they're supposed to be.
Right,
protected.
but that's not part of the question, right?
No.
The question was the person that isn't in the relationship,
Yeah.
what is their
I try to
standard?
make it clear, like,
No, I mean, they still have some fault.
There's like a moral, like, is it good, neutral, okay for the
I
girl?
say
and there's
neutral
one for
because
the
it's
guy.
not. Yeah, I mean, he is at fault, but it's not just him.
No, I'm not saying it's just him either.
That's not
Whenever
the
I
person.
argue that,
They're saying no matter what the chick said.
yeah, I think all of us agree here that the chick is somewhat at fault, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely majority her fault, let's say. But just looking at the guy, is it his fault at all? Is it something that he should have actively done to
Depending on the
prevent?
situation,
Yeah,
it can be.
depending on what happens or depending on the situation that's happening, it could be potentially his fault in some way. Instigating things, letting things go on.
Okay, then can you give me an example of where it's not his fault?
Like I just said, if someone just attacks your face out of nowhere.
But I think that that's different.
If the girl makes the approach on the guy and says, I have a boyfriend, but I still want to do something with you, he is less at fault than if he made an advance towards the girl stopped him and said, I have a boyfriend, and he kept pursuing it anyway, eventually wearing the girl down to the point where she ended up doing something with him.
Okay, I could definitely see that, but you would say that he is at fault.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, think of this situation. This probably doesn't happen very often, but think of it like a situation where, like, say you're at a club and like girlfriend and guy, or like girlfriend boyfriend and then guy, and girl goes on to guy,
Okay.
like approach, like instigates it, starts flirting with him, whatever, and then tells him. But then night goes on, and guy is perfect fine, but then he gets drunk, and the girl takes advantage of that.
Well, that's using alcohol as an excuse.
No.
alcohol as
But
an
that's
excuse.
still where he has no fault. That's not really.
He's still
He's
conscious.
definitely at fault.
He's conscious still.
How is
I don't
he,
even-
how is he at fault?
That's like saying I could go murder someone if I'm drunk
Yeah.
and I'm not.
No.
Then do you think that if you...
No. If somebody
Yeah,
takes
murder
advantage of
and
him,
banging someone is two different things.
Yeah.
Let's not get
Yeah.
started on
But
that.
it's the same principle.
Yeah,
If you steal something when you're drunk, is it less of a crime than
no,
if you
it's still
steal
a crime.
something
But when somebody
you're
takes
drunk?
advantage of you
Okay.
while you're drunk, then it's not really your fault because you
Yeah,
don't.
it is.
Yeah,
You're not in your.
It's
You're not
absolutely
100%
your fault.
in your right mind.
It does not matter.
You put
Why?
yourself in
Yeah.
that
Why
situation.
are you not in your right mind? Because you chose to drink.
And not only that, I mean, you're still like, even if when you're drunk, you're usually at least coherent enough to be able to make decisions.
Right,
You guys
but,
are
I
not
mean,
in bars.
Okay, even if you're not,
If you get like
you chose
slammed
to
drunk,
drink,
then yeah.
so you know what happens whenever you make that decision.
Yeah, you end up sleeping on your parents' floor at your sister's graduation party.
You are terrible, Adam.
Did we do a podcast that night?
No. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
He was smashed back at home.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to move on, or we?
Well, I was just gonna say, I want to clarify one thing. Just because you think it's morally neutral, okay or wrong, does not mean that you necessarily have to be like, oh, I do that, yeah.
Right.
Like, you can say it's neutral,
No,
you
I
can even say
definitely
it's
understand.
good, and you don't have to, like, you may not do that in that situation.
Right.
But, I'm still gonna stand by neutral just on the fact that, if, it's kind of like if someone were to go and do that to me, yes, I would be very, very upset. But at the same time, like, that means that I wasn't making her, like, I wasn't, making her happy enough, or I wasn't fulfilling her enough to want to be purely with me. So, the boyfriend's also at fault in a sense. So.
No,
Well,
fuck that shit.
I feel like if you have an open relationship, you can talk. You shouldn't have to end up in that situation. That's
I think you mean open relationship, like you're open with your partner, not open to the world.
No, open to the world, like open, like
Okay.
you tell them everything, how you're feeling, what you don't like, what you do like, shit like that. And if you're able to talk to your partner about stuff like that, you shouldn't have problems.
Well, I think the reason I would say that the boyfriend isn't at fault is because the girl just needs to break up with him.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, so that's not. I mean, her needs. Then she needs to leave you. She doesn't need to go behind your back or something like that.
No, I wasn't. Well, I wasn't trying to say it's like okay for her to do that. I'm just saying like that's just kind of how it is.
Right, but I thought you said that the boyfriend was in the
Like
wrong.
if he was fulfilling her needs, then she just wouldn't.
I guess to me it's sort of irrelevant. All right, move on to a new topic. Anybody got one? Matt, do you have one?
I do not, sir. So I apologize.
That's okay. Maybe next time. If there is a next time. Okay. So this is a somewhat of a special 4th of July podcast. It's 12 a.m. It's 5th of July now. I wanted to say that on the 4th of July too.
Up.
I wanted to say that on the 5th or 4th of July. I messed that
Way
up.
to fuck up our country's birthday.
That's okay. Anyway, so what do you guys think of the ban that they had on fireworks? For those of you that don't know, I'll go ahead and preface this. What do you guys think? In recently, there's been a lot of like droughts and stuff in the East and Midwest, and I think even just like the West itself, like all over the United States, there's a lot of droughts. And so right now in Evansville, Indiana, we have a burning advisory, which means, you do anything involving fire and it'll probably catch like the grass on fire because it's dead and really flammable. So 4th of July, you light off a bunch of fireworks, and that's probably not good for the grass because it'll catch on fire. So what the city did, the city of Evansville, is they banned firing personal fireworks. And they took it to such an extreme that they said that the police officers would give no warnings about it. If they caught you doing it, they wouldn't be like, all right, this is a warning, don't do it again. They would fine you $1,000 minimum, $2,500 maximum, I believe. And then later on, our county, Vanderbilt County, banned it as well. And a lot of counties and cities in the local area banned it because we have our burning advisory. They still had the city fireworks show, which is over the river. So, I mean, that's why they did that. But what do you guys think of the ban on fireworks and their such strict policy?
I don't think it really affected that much. I mean, I still saw people shooting off fireworks.
As did I.
Did you really?
Yep.
I'm pretty surprised about that.
It wasn't very many, and that didn't
I'm
very
not.
long at all.
Marijuana's illegal, and there's no warnings for that.
I know, but whenever
It's
you're
a lot more noticeable.
Yeah, I was about to say, whenever you're smoking marijuana, you don't.
But that's kind of like the whole
shoot it off.
people are still gonna find people who want to do it are still gonna find a way to do it.
That is true.
Just like that's why I hate that whole on a random kind of a bit of a random note, but the whole we need to make guns illegal so less criminals get guns, but criminals will still get guns
That's
if we
more
make guns
shit
illegal.
than can.
Okay.
God, don't get
It's
me
just-
started on that bullshit.
All right. Let's stay on the topic at hand.
It still just goes, though, that even if someone was to set up a firework in the area, it's the question of how would you really prove that these are the people that did it, these are the people the cops needed to go after. It would be just as simple for someone to go off, shoot
Yeah.
a bottle rocket.
What do they do
pick
in
up-
a big group? Fine everyone?
Yeah. And it's
I mean, I don't know the personal policy. Like personally, I don't know what they would do in that situation. I'm sure they have something made up.
Yeah.
Unless Mayor Menike sucks, which he probably does.
But as far as it goes, it would be just as easy to shoot off a Roman candle, then take the spent cartridge or whatever, and then take it over to your neighbor's trash can, throw it into theirs, and say, "No, we didn't do it. They did."
Right. Fair enough. What do you guys? Okay. What do you think, Aaron?
I don't really know. I mean, I don't really have a.
Make an opinion. Be a leader.
Okay.
We'll smother you with a pillow.
Smother me in gravy. you
It's
dirty
kind
old
of
man.
funny actually. That's really weird. I don't know where that came from. But my mom was saying how the people across the street from us, they have little kids, and those kids are douchebags, and they always like trespass on our property and stuff, and their parents tell them to do it. And it's really dumb. But anyway, she was saying how she was going to call the cops on them if they set off the fireworks. And I was wondering myself if that would stop a lot of people from shooting off fireworks, and I really think it did. I don't know.
I think it stopped a lot of people.
I
Yeah.
can tell you right now that in the area that I live in, a good week before the 4th of July and then a good week after the 4th of July, there are always people setting off fireworks. It was not until tonight itself that I actually heard anything being set off. So,
Right.
I will say, as far as it goes, did it prevent a lot of people from using fireworks? Yes, very much so.
Okay, then what do you guys think of the fact that they went ahead and banned it? Do you think it was a good idea?
Yes.
It's a public safety concern. They don't want someone catching fire and burning their house
As
down.
dry as everything is, probably, yeah.
As much as it sucks, probably a good idea.
Yeah, I would agree that it's definitely a good idea. Because, I mean, one thing that the city has to, pay for through people's taxes, of course, is, fire stations and things like that. And those are the people that are going to have to respond to in the case that you light your house on fire. So, I definitely think it was a good idea to ban it.
I mean, like, at work the other day, somebody flicked a cigarette in mulch and it just started burning.
At
up.
work?
Huh?
At the theater?
Yeah, right outside in the mulch out in those tree areas.
Did you put it out?
No, they got a big ass cup of water and put it out, but.
Oh.
Oh, I
That's
thought
pretty crazy.
I was like the way you had like your hands expanding made it sound like it just like
No, it
the
was
whole
like
thing
someone-
Yeah, it was
burst
like-
into flames.
The theater is now gone.
No, like there was a cigarette landed in the mulch and it just burned in a circle outwards.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. It's
Um,
just that dry. But we did get pouring down rain for a while today.
yeah, that was pretty good.
I lost power for a little.
That sucks.
It just means the humidity is going to go up to 20% tomorrow.
Yay, humidity. And you have to work out tomorrow, don't you? Tomorrow's Thursday, right?
I do not work out tomorrow.
We worked out today, bro.
He's talking about me going to the station and working out with the sergeants, and actually, no, I do not, because they are on vacation for 4th of July. So they are all off doing their own respective things, and I do not have to go over there.
That's pretty exciting. You work tomorrow?
Do I work tomorrow? I do not.
That's a good few days for you. And bringing up what Matt was talking about earlier with people setting off, normally throughout the year you said people set off fireworks like a week in advance or whatever. And actually, I read the article about it in the Victorian Press, our local newspaper, and they were saying that apparently, I don't know if this is Evansville law or if it's federal law or what sort of law it is, but you can only light off fireworks certain days throughout the year. I don't know if you knew that. And there are deadlines on the times. So the restrictions are like starting the 4th of July or maybe a day or two before and then ending July 10th. That's when you can light off fireworks, and it has to be before like 11 p.m. And then there are like a few select other days, like certain holidays.
Like
I want to say
Christmas.
Yeah, New Year's. I want to say Christmas Day, but that's
Arbor
probably
Day.
not true. Arbor Day is probably a good one. Groundhog Day is another key holiday for us
You
Americans.
need the sparklers.
Exactly.
The groundhog. So you
So
can see a shadow.
so we can have more winter. That's a good idea. I don't know.
I
I
would have
didn't.
liked some winter this winter.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a law, and I don't know. It's probably one of those laws that they don't enforce. Like in
Unless you
Evans,
have a license to do fireworks. There's a guy down in our neighborhood who has a license to use the huge fireworks.
right? But I still think that there would be time restrictions on him.
Probably, but I mean, it's probably
Them
a little
5
bit.
a.m.
He probably
fireworks.
has a less restrictive thing since he's actually licensed to use all the
Right. I really wonder how this affected, like, because there are a lot of
Sales.
places. Yeah, a lot of places around here that just open up. You know, they rent out their place for fireworks sales. Yeah, you think so?
Oh, yeah.
Because I heard this year a
It's-
lot of people were like doing the thing where it's like spend $100 on fireworks, get 100 free or whatever.
Well, they
Or-
did that last year too.
Oh, did they? Okay. Well, then never mind.
We spent $200 on fireworks.
And they gave us 200 free. Yeah. My mom did. I don't know why.
So we're going to go blow something up at your house later?
No, this is
No, we
That was
said
last
no.
year.
So, I guess.
Here, I thought I was going to get the train to be EOD.
So, Aaron, do you want to talk about anything? Looking forward.
I don't really have a topic, so
What do you want to talk about? Just anything. We can cut it out if it's bad.
Brock can cut it out if it's bad.
Yeah, Brock can cut it out. Yeah.
I didn't even cut out the part about cutting it out, though.
Like
Nah, maybe not.
anything. What do you want to talk about?
I'll do whatever the fuck.
the
I want.
fireworks show tonight was pretty cool.
You
Down
like
the
it?
river. I liked it.
Yeah,
I've seen better.
I don't really know if I enjoy fireworks that much.
I actually really enjoyed it.
Do you guys
A
enjoy
lot.
fireworks that much?
No.
Do you enjoy fireworks that much?
Kind of cool.
I guess
I enjoy shooting them off more than I do watching.
that's one
More
thing.
fun to
Whenever
blow stuff up and watch it get fun.
Yeah, whenever I was younger, I used to like always. I didn't care about the fireworks show because we always went to that. I always cared about afterwards. Whenever I went home and got to light off, I don't know, they were just probably stupid fountains or
Those
something like
bottle
that.
rockets and shit.
I never got bottle rockets.
I burned myself on those things.
But I was always interested in that more so than I was watching them. I wanted to set them off. That's always fun. I think that the big spectacle about fireworks isn't necessarily the fireworks themselves; it's the social gathering that occurs because of it. Am I right?
Because everybody likes blowing stuff up.
I mean, you like grill out or whatever, and everybody comes over and stuff like that. I think that's the social aspect is probably like the thing that I
And the
enjoy more.
cigarettes.
And
Can't
the
forget the cigarettes.
the cigarettes for the social gathering.
Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you.
Disclaimer there.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I like watching the fireworks. I also like blowing stuff up, so I like both.
All right. Does anybody have any other topics to talk about on this podcast? Podcast number 10.
Nope.
No, sir.
Matt, this is the first time on the podcast. Think it'll be your last time?
No, I do not believe it will be my last time.
Okay. We'll see about that.
See how many views we get if we go lower. If we get chopped down in views, that's not the problem.
People will be coming back for my sexy voice. Thank you very much. So long as Brock doesn't end up putting me in a dumpster.
Maybe.
Behind
I
the
think
dumpster.
that probably brings up some shit that we didn't want to bring up. But yeah. So
Everyone's gonna be commenting like, all right, hold on. If you watch the whole thing, ask what's behind the dumpster.
Shut up.
You do it.
Okay. So nobody has anything else to talk about?
No,
No last words?
I still don't have a boner.
Excellent. All right. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, that's about it. Peace out.